on that subscribe button. It's very, very important to us. Okay, try as much as you can to help. Just help us subscribe. It no go cost you anything. Chinkini. Just small, 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 small. It's not even any data set because you're already watching. So just click on the subscribe button. That's all we want. All right, try. I beg, help us. Thank you so much. We're live on YouTube at Voice of the People Abuja. We're live on YouTube, Voice of the People Abuja. Go ahead and join us. Anyway, we also have other things in the news this morning. First of all, we'll go through some of the headlines. Remember, there's been a back and forth between Dangote and the NNPC and through the NMDPRA. According to Dangote, he claimed that there are some NNPC staff who own some big structure in Malta, a blending plant in Malta. According to Dangote, he says some NNPC personnel, oil traders, own a blending plant in Malta, and he says some staff of the members of the NNPC and oil traders operate a blending plant in Malta, an island country in Europe. That if we want him to say more, he's going to say so much more. Still on this gbasgbos, right? Mrs. Obiezekwesili has demanded a probe as Kyari has come out to deny owning foreign plants. I mean, nobody called your name, but you are feeling like, when I don't know if they call it guilty conscience or what the word is, but there's some word for it as to when nobody called your name, but conscience they prick you. So chook yourself inside the matter. I don't know if that's actually what is going on with him, but I know that, of course, he responded to that particular conversation to say that he doesn't own any plant in that regard. Well, we'll watch and see how all that plays out. Meanwhile, Obiezekwesili is demanding a probe as Kyari has denied owning a foreign plant. Former Minister of Education, Mrs. Obiezekwesili, has called for an independent audit of why the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited capped its investment in the Dangote Petroleum Refinery at 7.2% instead of the planned 20%. That one, first of all, was a bit of a controversy as to why. You already said you wanted 20%. What happened to the remaining monies? This was as the GCEO of the NNPC, Mele Kyari, denied owning a blending plant outside Nigeria on Tuesday. The comments were coming amid the controversy surrounding Dangote Refinery, and Mrs. Obi said she had earlier decided not to speak on the Dangote Refinery saga while reacting to the matter through her official handle. However, as more and more information filtered out from both parties, we can reasonably conclude that something seriously murky has gone on and needs to be fully unraveled for public accountability, and urgently too. Now the question is, who is going to probe the NNPC? Who is not benefiting? Someone whom is not benefiting from whatever drama is going on within the NNPC will come out to probe the NNPCL wholeheartedly and let Nigerians know what the results are. That is one of the questions that a lot of people have been asking so far. Who has the balls, who has the gall, who has the effrontery to go ahead and probe the NNPC without getting in one way or the other, without getting, I don't know, some injury, quote unquote, in one way or the other through that probe? I mean, if you have a Dangote who has all the monies, he's Africa's richest man. If you have a Dangote fighting so many battles just for setting up one refinery, imagine what a probe would look like. Your guess is as good as mine. Imagine what a probe would look like. Anyway, that's still for your listening pleasure. We wonder what else will go on. Still on this drama between Nigeria and Aliko Dangote, you know that a man is not, respected in his own home. Meanwhile, the president, Brice Oligui Nguema of Gabon, has invited Africa's wealthiest man, Aliko Dangote. Well, Amnesty International has cautioned the president and his administration against threatening Nigerians planning to protest against the current hardship and hunger in the country. The global human rights body warned that threatening intended peaceful protesters is unlawful, adding that Nigerians have the constitutional right to protest. I was doing a bit of a research concerning the human rights liberty so far during this since the APC administration came into power, generally, right, from Buhari's right down to Tinubu, and it has dropped by so many percentages so far. You can do the research. Just check Google and see just how much human rights infringement we've seen just from the APC coming on board. Have you experienced freedom of speech to do whatever it is that you want to do so far during this administration? Do let me know all about it. It's on WhatsApp 0808 312 8618 0808 312 8618. Meanwhile, the president has gone ahead to tell Nigerians that their protest is needless and he's addressing their grievances. He has pleaded with aggrieved Nigerians, especially the youths that are planning a national protest over the high cost of living, to shelve the action, saying there is no need for it. The president also assured those behind the planned protest that he has heard their grievances and he is working seriously to ensure that all their concerns are addressed. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, conveyed the president's plea while speaking with State House correspondents after he met with the president in the presidential villa yesterday. The president's assurance came as the face-off between the essay to the president on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, and the 2023 presidential candidates of the Labour Party took a new twist yesterday. Now, remember, we had a conversation yesterday about Bayo Onanuga saying that Mr. Peter Obi was the one leading that particular grievance, was the one leading the protest. He was the sponsor of that protest. Now, something servants in the national minimum wage came from both institutions at the National Assembly in Abuja during a public hearing, and the domestic workers and employers in Nigeria. The public hearing on the bill, sponsored by Senator Babangida Oseni, APC Jigawa Northwest, was organized by the Senator during his remarks at the public hearing. He said, as a member of his committee, I feel strongly that part of the provisions to be included in this bill is to include the domestic workers, housemaids and servants in the proposed 70,000 naira national minimum wage law. Well, 70,000 naira. How much are Nigerians earning that you want them to give the helps 70,000 naira out of that? Do let me know your thoughts. It's really interesting. Let me know your thoughts if you're an employer of labor and you feel like you can pay this 70,000 naira minimum wage. Go ahead and let me know what you think about it. The number is 0808 312 8618. Pardon me, 0808 312 86. Now, the president has okayed the Northwest Southeast Development Commission. President has assented the Northwest Southeast Development Commission bills into law, thereby setting the stage for the establishment of two interventionist agencies to address development challenges both in the Northwest and the Southeast parts of the country, respectively, following years of insecurity. The Deputy President of the Senate and sponsor of the Northwest Development Commission bill, Senator Jibrin Barau, disclosed the presidential assent to the bill during a chat with journalists yesterday night. Similarly, the chief press secretary to the deputy speaker of the House of Reps, Levinus Biogu, pardon me for murdering that name, took to his Facebook page on Tuesday night to disclose that the president had assented to the Southeast Development Commission bill, which was sponsored by his principal, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu. Well, this is really, really interesting. Have we forgotten the NDDC and the corruption, the massive corruption that went down in that particular commission? How much development was actually seen by the South with that particular commission come into play? We saw how much has gone into projects that monies were actually released for, monies that went, projects that went undone, even though monies were released. Meanwhile, you have reps approving an additional 6.2 trillion naira spending in the 2024 budget. Reps have approved the additional 6.2 trillion naira spending in the 2024 budget. Remember last week we talked about an additional that the president wrote a letter to the HOR requesting the addition of the 6.2 trillion naira budget through a bill to amend the 2024 Appropriations Act. And the House of Reps, without any consideration so far, went ahead and signed it scaled second reading last week, and then finally they have passed that particular bill. It's really interesting to see that the House of Reps and the National Assembly can work, but the clause is when they want to, when it's in their interest. Really, really interesting. Now let's move on to voices in the news. This one is talking about the planned hardship protest. The president has been appealing to Nigerians to calm down. Let's take a listen.
And is working assiduously to ensure that this country is good not just for today but also and is working assiduously to ensure that this country is good not just for today but also for the future. The issue of the planned protest, Mr. President does not see any need for the future. The issue of the planned protest, Mr. President does not see any need for that. He's asked them to shelve that plan. He's asked them to await government's response to all their pleas. He has listened to them, like I said. And a lot is happening. Only today, the National Assembly has expeditiously passed the new national minimum wage. You can see how the president is working. The federal government is not, like I said that the other time, that it is not the necessary first step. Government is going to continue in that direction, supporting them and ensuring that whatever intervention to those who benefit from those interventions, not middlemen have, intervening also along the way. That's one. Two, you heard about the students' loans board that was also there. You know that the provision that was made to the national, the NEL fund, the students' loan. Know that the provision that was made to the national, the NEL fund, the students' loan fund. Already we have in excess of what is required. There is also the intent to get employed post NYSC fund. Already we have in excess of what is required. There is also the intent to get employed post NYSC, for example. Young men and women out there who have finished school, who are graduates of the universities, and
then we also have people talking about the fact that until Phil comes back to giving you minimum wage at 70,000 naira, isn't that enough to let you know that the president is working? The president is working. See how the bill was passed expeditiously of planned protests. Sheikh Oseni had a lot to say on Democracy Day. I had made mention of that. I went to find the audio and I'm going to play it.
If you succeed, we will share your glory because you came from the trenches, you came from that struggle. They will say that those of you who fought for democracy have nothing new to offer to Nigeria. We will pray for you. And we believe that the reforms which you have taken, there is no doubt about it, you too have recognized the untold hardship and the suffering it has inflicted, and say that the sacrifice that was worth all this trouble. Mr. President, thank you for the honor. You were the father of who were protesting for justice of the NSAS protest. They were young people who were protesting for justice, for freedom, and for democracy. Any young protester in Nigeria today learned from you because you were the father of protest in Nigeria, the pardon. Thank you.
Well, you heard it from Sheikh Oseni right there, talking about the president being the father of protests. Okay, we're moving on from this conversation, and now we're looking at Godswill Akpabio, who has gone ahead to apologize to Natasha. Do you remember that nightclub comment? Let me jog your memory.
Mr. President, we don't want it to be killed. We just want a bit of modification. want the bill killed, but it should be slight modifications, sir. It's a necessary bill.
This is Natasha, in the chamber. You have to be recognized before you speak.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, we are not in a nightclub. So those again say.
All right. Well, that particular comment, he has apologized, and here is his apology. Okay, I think I missed that particular video. Apologies for that. He said that a lot of people have dragged him. In fact, his phone has been overwhelmed with insults regarding that particular issue. His wife was also dragged as well concerning this issue, and he reiterated that he never intended to insult any woman. He went ahead to apologize to her during plenary. All right, looking at another headline here, we have the NNPC and Dangote still in the face-off for one reason or the other. Let's take a listen to what Dangote had to say about NNPC personnel and oil traders owning a blending plant in Malta.
Another complaint that I had, which I think the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker also raised with me, say, okay, why did we drop the price of diesel when we started? We drop it from, is it the bad quality we are producing or what? I said that no. Even at the 650 ppm and 700 ppm that we are producing was a better quality than what was imported. And I'm sure, Your Excellency, sir, most of you have problems with their vehicles. Either you have had or you are still having problems with their vehicles. It's because of the bad fuel that we're importing into the country. I still stand by what I said. Go to filling stations, you can pick up and you can check the quality. That's the only way. But all this one, somebody will bring in a ship and say that, yes, this is the quality. Bring in fake certificates. This one, when we go ahead, we will say more. We will say more in the sense that, we know where they blend this in. Some of the terminals, some of the NNPC people, and some, traders have opened a blending plant somewhere off Malta. We all know these areas. We know what they are doing. It's not that we don't know. And really, like what I said, I've been fighting all my life. Somebody now said, okay, Mr. Dangote, I heard that, some people came to your hotel to ask of your name and you don't know who they are. You say, yes, they did. But look, I am a very, very fearless person. I believe so much in God and I don't fear anybody. They can do whatever that they want, and I am not scared. I will fight head on. It's not a question of this, so they can do whatever that they like.
All right. Well, that was the NNPC's. That was Dangote's response to some of these issues that were raised. Meanwhile, on the planned protest, some Nigerians have taken to the streets to converse about different things that the president has done. They said the president has good plans for Nigerians, and it is at Voice of the People Abuja. And it's not just to join the YouTube live, it's also to click that little subscribe button. It's really important to us that you subscribe. So click that subscribe button and join our YouTube live at Voice of the People 96.1 FM. All right, let's take a listen to this, to these Nigerians and that are asking Nigerians to endure the hard time.
Good plans for us.
Tinubu have good plans for Nigerians. What I'm saying, no pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, man.
So you still support this administration?
Yeah. This nation has dissidents that obtain permission from anyone.
No godfather.
No cabal. So that's why they are fighting him. People are just criticizing him.
Yeah.
People are bad.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Let's give this man a chance. This man is up to something. Like the things he's doing now. He has talked about, borrowing money to
8,000 palliative.
8,000 palliative.
Per month for 12 million Nigerians.
For
12 million Nigerians.
12 million Nigerians.
Yes.
See, let me tell you, my brother. Something where we know understand. This Nigeria no spoil one day. They no go cook one day. You understand? See, something where don't spoil, then thing go take time.
But he can't spoil them more.
You know spoil them more. Now you think so? Because they see this all of us they buy. You know say my brother Jagaba don't want to say laboring country and then they enjoy us. You understand?
Yeah.
I think remove am. Me happy, sha.
You happy?
I mean,
you happy? I think come on this.
I think come on subsidy because any man, all Nigerian man wey get this, they're going to say I think come on and ain't important.
How come business? It's no longer business as usual for you as a family man. Things don't go right now. Fuel price.
Oh yes, things hard. Then me I believe say, okay, my brother, let me tell you one thing. That time when MTN come this town, you know how much they sell am?
Yeah.
How much I beg?
Like 22,000.
That's something thousand. How much they buy MTN?
Give us your reactions.
Let us pray for the country. What I see in this country now is not now where the country they bad. And then let us take patience. Let us take patience. The Nigeria is more better later.
All right. Well, that is the voice, or those are the voices of Nigerians who took to the streets to let Nigerians know that Nigeria did not dabaru, quote unquote, in one day, and it will not day, that we should be patient with the president. And at what point are we going to, at what point, what is the elasticity limit before you say Nigerians, okay, let's lose our patience with the president? I am asking generally, right? Let me know your thoughts on these are headlines this morning. About now. All right, we have a call. Good morning.
Explain yourself to them. It will be seen that you reached out. It's not by saying your spokesperson you're going to be accusing answers in the past. Protest does not always start with violence. It's when people want to scatter it, to scatter it, and we do this to us. I'll give you an instance. I'm going to Rufai. We need to be able to stop all this rubbish because of the agreement. The Nigerian stock market is $7 billion or $40 billion. It can be able to shoulder that. You can make all the argument. Oh, it was helped. It was that. The question is, if it is yes. It was yes. Did he do it? Yes. Is the infrastructure there for the benefit of Nigeria? Yes. Is it for him? So the question is, how? How can we
amendment bill to stipulated in the letter of appointment? Remember that
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. Once they hit retirement, then they should go. I don't think that's fair. That's not fair.
Because at this point, Ekayode Egbetokun was born in 1964, and he's expected to retire.
He should go. So how are other people going to rise up the ladder? When he's retired, he should go. That's why you have a retirement date. They stop extending retirement dates. Most of these people falsify their age already in the first place to be in service. So they stop extending retirement.
Because businesses are going to come down, businesses are going to crash. So where exactly are these people supposed to get the monies? Already we have customs doing their own thing, we already have the CBN doing its own thing, we have food inflation, transportation inflation, and all that doing its own thing to pick up monies that Nigerians already, the purchasing power of the naira has been reduced. So where then are they supposed to get the IGR?
So guess, let me tell you a story, if you give me some time. The textbook convention is that when inflation goes up, you read short. So there used to be a story about an anecdote of some sort about how they will say dig pits and cover it up and pay people for digging and covering up the pits just to show that they're working. This is the time government is supposed to be injecting money into businesses. There's something called the Keynesian model, where John Maynard Keynes said at this point in time, government should put a lot of investment, targeted money in businesses so they can drive up production. The other thing the president was constantly doing was now bolstering the banks. But most importantly, guess what the government now did that really helped? That made radio more popular. If you study the history of radio, that we're constantly telling the people the plans of the government as regards the economy. So they were something people sought after to listen to. So in the night, for instance, Roosevelt will come and say, "Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the President of America. Please, we are having a run on the banks. We beg you, do not go to the bank. Even if you go, you can only take XYZ amount of money because we don't want to have a run on the bank. If we have a run on the bank, it will cost XYZ in our economy and we do not want it." These are some other things we are doing to solve the problem. So the people were not told rumors about what was going on. They had daily briefings by these fireside chats of what was going on in the economy. So everybody was aware. Information is not a problem. You see the three methods to be able to solve this problem I shared with you. That's the end of my story. I just hope those can internalize and learn from this.
It is said that those that have ears, let them hear. Have a good day.
Bless you, my dear. Yeah.
Mr. Rufai Sangi, go ahead and give me a call, 0808-312-8618. Leave me a comment on YouTube, 0808-312-8618. Our YouTube, however, is Voice of the People Abuja. Voice of the People Abuja. That is the number. That is the YouTube to leave a comment, and then the number to call is 0808-312-8618. There's just so much happening in the news. There's just so much that a lot of people aren't happy about. And the president has told Nigerians to calm down, that he has everything in order and he has our best interests at heart, even though we keep seeing Nigerians and the president and the people around him, the cabinet members, telling Nigerians that they should keep sacrificing. They should just sacrifice. Nigerians, the Nigeria wasn't brought into this situation in one day and is not going to be taken out of it in one day. Well, let's watch and see how all that plays out. Meanwhile, we have the minister talking about the Minister of Information, saying that at the meeting the president discussed, and he said that he's working assiduously to ensure that the country's economy is placed in good position. Question: some of the policies so far, have they been in favor of the people? According to the Minister of Information, he says the president said he listens to the issues and he has taken them seriously, and he is working to ensure that the country is good, not just for today, but also for the future. Why can't it be good from today into the future? That's what Nigerians are asking. Anyway, let me know what you think about it. 0808-312-8618.
Lady G.
Adeomi, good morning.
How was your night?
It was fine, thank you so much. How was
Thank
yours?
you. I greet Mr. Rufai and all the listeners and the other callers. This is Adeomi Daniel calling.
All right,
You
you're
see
welcome.
the fire brigade approach from the government. These people, our leader, they are too wise. Look at now, they are calling emergency meeting. SGF or Nanoga will be there. Minister of Information. The president who said that he listened to us, you are listening. It was the same person who told us that no amount of protest, he will not reverse his policy. Yesterday, Atiku was supporting us. I want to use this medium. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, you have been doing this for long. Please, we want you to be forefront with your children. If they see you, they can use the recognition to allow us to do the protest. We will do it in a mature and peaceful way, not the other way around. Of answers that politician stand on it. Mr. Was he Mr. I forget your guest's name yesterday.
Mr. Larry.
Maybe allegedly both you. It was not allegedly. We saw them with SUV. DSS was the one who brought them to Usage 2. We know all what happened. We saw those who want to burn CBN then, who want to burn can. Somebody was telling them that the CBN belonged to Baba Buhari. Baba Buhari. He said it with the language. We hear all. It's not they say. It's not social media or something. It's a fact. You understand? Now, Mr. President, you are telling us that you are working assiduously to make economic work. In what way? In a country where CBN are increasing tax, custom, you close border, you are increasing for you people are still paying subsidies despite what you are passing through. You are telling me that you are working. You know what they are doing? They will kill. They will tell us now to calm down. After it now, they will continue. their system. Minister said, the president said the protest does not matter. But today, the president himself was a grandfather of a protest against Babangida, against Abacha, against Obasanjo, against Jonathan, including Muhammad, all of them. Was among of them because they are looking for posts. So today now, those who use sword to kill, they don't want sword to pass through their backyard or what? Nigeria, I think we need to do this peaceful protest. I want Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to lead as an opposition because he cannot continue to be that when election is coming is when he will bring a picture out that he wants to rule Nigeria. You too, come and join us to sacrifice. Look at Dangote now. He's lamenting. Can you imagine? Dangote join the group of whalers like us? Nigeria, I don't know. Gabon is begging Dangote now to come and invest in their country. We will have somebody like that. We don't know the value. The people who are making Nigeria like this, they are making us suffer. They are not up to 100, up to over 200 million. But they don't have name. They are silent killing us. A sadist people. They are killing this country. I think we need to let them know enough is enough. A lot of countries fought for their country to start. See this Rwanda that we're talking about. It is the same people who fought themselves. They came back to the round table. Say this is the way. This is what we look at their president. How many times now? Did you hear any violence there? Because he's doing well. Can Mr. President tell me that a second time I sure for him if it is not by reading? Can he? Where is his base? Did he have base in Southwest? The northern people that celebrated that gave him food, can they celebrate him again? People are hungry. We are talking about what you are doing is wrong. You are telling me the policy, baby step. At 64 years, we don't need any baby step, Mr. President. Reverse all your policy. It's too high. Electricity, we don't see. Bandit. All is bandit, not band anything. We are suffering. I think we need to come out on August 1. No going back. And it will be a peaceful one. Thank you, my sister. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much, Adeomi, for your time this morning. 0808-312-8618 is the number to call to be a part of our conversation. 0808-312-8618 is the number to call. All right. By 8 o'clock with Larry. And of course, we're going to be discussing, did you know that the House of Reps yesterday, the president yesterday signed a bill into law, Northwest Southeast Development Commissions. He signed that bill into law. Have we forgotten the NDDC? Well, we'll take that in just a moment. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is
Fidel.
Edith.
Edith, kindly turn off your radio so I can hear you clearly.
Yes. I want to talk about this process of a thing.
Please walk away from your radio so I can hear you. I'm getting a lot of interference from it.
Stop on Nigeria. I'm radio. So we are still. Hello?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
The government are seriously playing with the youth. They are seriously playing with us. But we are not going back, though. The protest will be on. We are not going back. The hunger is too much. The government are playing with the youth. So there is no way we can go back. We are going on. Backward never. Enough is enough.
With another juicy gist. Make sure you stick around for that. Mr. Larry will be here to do justice to the headlines. I was talking about the NDDC, the NEDC, which is the NWDC, Northwest Development Commission, and the Southeast Development Commission as well. They've both been assented to by the...
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Miracle. I'm calling from Grievances.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, the voice note you played earlier, it was not the opinions of Nigerians.
They are Nigerians too now. I didn't know Nigerians.
Those are the voices of the tribe of the president. I heard it very well. This administration is the worst administration in the history of Nigeria. It is so disheartening that people are crying of hunger nationwide. And Bola Tinubu expect us not to protest. It's a big fat lie. Before this will come down, you see, fuel price must reduce below 300 naira. And dollar should be at least 500 naira or below. Nigeria is really facing a lot. Okay, coming to Dangote matter. The reason they don't want to give Dangote crude is because they already loaned our crude beforehand. So now there is no crude left. Nigeria economy is really dancing the way President
Rufai.
the man, yeah. These are the three things you are supposed to do. If Nigerians are able to do this, I think we'll be vindicated from all this. Number one, we should do a protest nationwide, not only in federal capital, nationwide. Number two, if it's possible to remove the old leaders of these Nigerians, like a revolution would be a very, 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 very good option. Or number three, we should just stay and endure all the pain.